scene from a childhood movie that you always think about. You want me to go first?
You can. I got mine, but you can go first.
You got yours loaded
yeah,
up?
I got it. Yeah, I got it loaded up.
Welcome back to the Frame of Reference podcast. This is your boy Kip Jackson and Nemo Jackson, his
doing?
brother. This is another episode. I don't even know what number we're on right now, but I'll probably put it in the description below or the title below. Again, what is it again? Scene from a childhood movie that you always think about. Okay, I wrote it down. Mine is actually from Matilda. Bruce Bongtrotter. When he has to go up. Was that yours?
Yeah.
That's weak.
No, I could choose another one. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's
I
weak.
got another one.
Mine is Bruce Bongtrotter when he because we got the same childhood, obviously. When he gets called up there and he's eating the pie and the lady's like, entire confection, and it's like disgusting, and it's like he has to eat the whole thing. He's eating it. You can do it.
You can do it. Yeah. Disgusting.
Kids all over the place. I was like, you can do it, Brucey. So now whenever I eat something, I always think like, you can do it if I don't like it. And when I was a kid, obviously, you didn't have to eat everything. And then he smashes over his head, and then he goes back. But I imagine school. I mean, now I'm a principal, which is the weirdest thing ever to say. But I always thought I was going to have to be like Miss Trunchbull to be a good principal, like walking around. Use the rod to beat the child. That's my motto. Like
Some type of crazy
Extra strict. Yeah.
yeah. What is it? What is the other ones? What are the other sayings from that movie that she would say?
You want cake? You got cake.
Oh,
Now eat
Eat it. You want cake? You got cake. Now eat it. Or like, there's a whole bunch of other sayings from that when she had just had those cool powers. That,
Yeah, that was a great movie.
That movie's top
That
tier,
movie.
top
Yeah.
tier. See, they don't make movies that are like stories like that anymore. Everything's like action, like Fast and Furious 11, Avengers 6,
Yeah.
all that type of stuff. But again, that was our. What's another
Another one?
scene from a movie from your childhood that you remember? Like,
I'm going to go
consistent.
movie-wise. I'm going to go Holes.
ooh,
Holes when they're the scene where he arrives to camp or whatever, and the lady, she comes up with the cowboy hat and she's filling up the water jugs, right? So she goes, next person in line, they bring their jug. The guy fills it up, hands it back to the guy. She takes it back, says, shake, 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 shake. Do you hear the empty spaces? And then,
excuse
and then
me.
hands it back to him. So, I don't know. That part of the movie stood out for me. That movie as a whole was probably, it was a good
Whole,
movie.
get it?
You get it? As a whole, get it? It was a good movie from start to finish,
Let me drop a little nugget on you. Remember that song? When the warden's driving up and she's like, sometimes.
Sometimes. Yeah, that was her song.
Oh no, yeah.
Yeah.
So that movie is called Honey or Honeyback or whatever the name is. I'll put it in the description below. But that's based off of a slave hymn
Really?
back in the I had to look it
Didn't
up.
know
Like,
that.
yeah, I looked it up afterwards. I don't know how
A slave hymn?
like some type of slave code song.
Oh, okay.
And I'll get the more information,
Which
and
is
you guys want
ironic.
to research that. It is very
Because
ironic
they're
because
digging holes.
they're digging holes, and
At a
Disney,
jail. At a-
like Disney was trying to
Yeah.
send some message, like. But yeah, that song, My Honey, it's called Honey. It's based off of that. Yeah. So if you're looking at movies, look up songs have a lot of meaning, and that song has a lot of memory. But I love that movie. So
Mhm.
comment below maybe your favorite. I don't even know what word that was. Favorite word from or scene from Matilda, or your favorite scene from what was the
Holes.
second movie? Holes, or just your favorite childhood movie scene that you remember from back in the day, because those are our two, I guess. I mean, those two are really. And then I also have the one when it's like Gondor calls for aid, and he's like,
yeah.
and Rohan shall answer.
Or in that movie where they're Legolas. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Lord of the Rings, but Legolas and Gimli, they always had like a competition. So like to one up each other, whoever killed the most, and Gimli would always lie. But I always thought that part of the movie was cool too.
They're competing on the
Yeah.
battlefield. Okay, so that's one topic. They're done. Next topic we going. If this is completely different, not related to movies at all, but if all the colors in the world got into a fight, they score up, and they use weapons or they don't use weapons. We haven't talked about that yet. If they all got into a fight, which color would win and why?
Okay, I'm gonna go based off feelings, like how colors mean emotions or feelings. So in my eyes, I'm gonna go ahead and say red or orange. Red, orange, or black would probably
This
pass.
man said 3 colors.
Red, orange. Okay, I'll go red. Red signifies anger, right?
Yeah,
Being
I
mad,
guess,
being hot. So Yeah, that color's packing up everybody in the rainbow. Yeah.
Mm. I'm going. I know it's a shade. I know it's not really in the rainbow. I'm going black. I'm just going black because I feel like black combined with anything makes it darker. Like makes it harder to see the real color. So I feel like it's stealthy. It's sneaky. It's quick.
Hmm.
I don't know. Most things, like if there's not light, there's just straight darkness. So most things are covered in black. And also, I just like the way black things looks, like all black.
Neat, clean.
Yeah, neat and
Yeah.
clean. Like I don't have a black car, but if I would choose to have a black car or like a white car, one of those two colors, very nice.
Very nice.
Yeah. So yeah, what color do you think would win that fight if they all decided to square
I
up?
don't hear nobody saying blue.
Yeah, nobody's saying blue. Yeah, nobody's saying blue or like yellow. Um, which one would lose right away? Which one's first off? Like if they were playing Super Smash Brothers, which one's the first one getting booted off the level?
Probably yellow. Yellow. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna go like gold, yeah, gold yellow, or like something real bright, like a light green, because it's
Okay.
just so
Like a
noticeable.
neon green.
Yeah, like a neon green.
Yeah.
It's just too noticeable. And that's what do you guys think? And then just comment below
Yeah,
what
let
you
us
think
know.
about that. Yeah, let us know. Let the
That's number
frame
one
of
color.
reference. I know we got the gold and the.
Hmm.
I don't know what color we're gonna go with for the brand of the channel, but we like the silver. We like the beige. We're between a couple with that, so it's a good look, but we're bouncing between some there. Next piece. Would you rather get crossed up, boom, boom, crossed up, take
Bink,
your
bink.
ankles and then the three ball right in your face, or would you rather get dunked on, giddy up, ride 'em cowboy style, like dunked on it and right in your face? Yes, you don't like that. Which one? Which one would you
See, I
rather?
play a lot of pickup basketball, so I would probably rather have my ankles getting take from me rather than getting dunked on by somebody because that's more body contact. You feel that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Especially if you're trying to get up there and block the shot, and they're stronger than you, yeah, and you're in the wrong place, wrong time, it's over. As far as a crossover, you're just touching earth.
Yeah.
You just they make the shot, they make the shot. So
Yeah, I pray when I get crossed up. I pray,
Yeah.
or I try to get back on defense so
pray they
hard.
pass it or something. You know?
I pray they pass it, and I just pray they don't make that shot. 'Cause if they make it, I'm probably going home that day, or going
Packing
to
it
lift.
up, right?
I'm going to lift.
Taking
I'm
the
like,
shoes off.
I just went to work. I'm just coming here to blow off some steam,
Right.
have some fun, and just getting crossed up is crazy. So I'm gonna have to agree with you there. Getting dunked on is actually OD.
It's
Like
embarrassing.
I didn't sign up for that. Like getting dunked on is reserved for like NBA and college basketball. Like why am I getting dunked on in
Pickup
recreational?
basketball.
Like we're playing pickup basketball. You're out here.
Hawking it.
You ever see those videos on the internet when some guy did a 360 on somebody at LA Fitness? I'm like,
Wild.
bro, I'm packing up or I'm fighting. We're fighting right then and
Yeah,
there.
we're gonna have to
So
throw hands for that.
yeah,
No
I'm
need
not.
for that.
Especially because I'm 6. In order to dunk on me, you gotta like
gotta
really try.
try.
You gotta be
Yeah.
like, you gotta really be out here like jumping with me. And I don't know. I think that's dangerous. Continuing now. What was the first thing? Hear me out. The first thing you wanted to buy with your own money.
First thing I wanted, you're asking me, so I would probably say my growing up, I'd probably buy a pair of shoes, clothing item, maybe.
And why?
Probably growing up, just probably didn't have it,
Mm.
or getting those fresh pair of shoes, for the first day of school or whatever. Just treating myself, getting something
Mm.
nice for myself.
I wanted to buy. First, I wanted to get my license, but I wanted to get a car. I was like, I need to get up out of here.
Mm.
Long Island, just you need a car. I mean, there's buses there, there's trains, but having that freedom, I always wanted to be free. Like, always wanted to be able to go and do and I want to go here. Bet I'm going here. Like, I want.
Yeah.
Like growing up in a strict place, you can't have that access to those decisions. So that's what I wanted to buy. Granted, it's impossible to do that with your first check, something small.
Right.
But I was just like, I'm gonna put it away. I'm gonna do it. That's what I want to do either way. Are leagues doing enough? This is a sports question now. Changing the vibe here.
Mhm.
Are NBA, NFL, like whatever, are those leagues doing enough to protect their players from chronic injuries or like repeating injuries? Are they doing enough, in your opinion?
I'm gonna go ahead because I'm gonna go ahead and start with football. I don't think they're doing enough, honestly.
Mm.
I mean, they have the Guardian caps, the Guardian helmets, and stuff, but I don't. It's not gonna stop a person from tackling somebody aggressively, because you don't know what goes on, what they say on the field to each other. Aggression is real. So I don't know. I think they could take more steps too as they could change the way they tackle, but that's all going to take time. So
Yeah, even changing the way they
Yeah.
tackle is crazy because you got to teach that from a young age. Like you got to teach how to.
right,
Sometimes you have to teach people how to get tackled. You know,
Right.
like how to hit the ground. You know, and I agree with you. I think that there needs to be more. These are human beings; they're
Yeah,
not robots.
yeah.
Granted, they are professional athletes. We do pay to see you play. You know, and I hate players that rest too much, like that load management and stuff. Like that's too much. Like you got little kids with their dreams. Like their parents paid a lot for the tickets, and you're just not going to play.
right.
Like that's crazy. But I think that also on the flip side, maybe just have more time in between games. Maybe the season needs to go
Yeah,
longer.
every 2 weeks, maybe.
You know? Yeah, but maybe the season goes the full year instead of 9 months, or I don't know. But then that comes into question: do you want the basketball players being away from their families for the full year?
Yeah.
Like everything comes with like
Because basketball
like-
season's longer than football, right?
yeah, and then like who am I to say? Honestly, I don't know. But then who am I to say like as a non-professional athlete, like what should be required? Like
Right.
as a viewer, I'm able to throw my piece every now and then. What do I want to see? But as a human being, I feel like I don't know. I just feel like we needed to be doing more for other human beings, and
Right.
regardless of how much they make or how big they are, how strong they are, or whether they make more money than us. Like, I think that we should do a little bit more because right after they're done with their sport doesn't mean they should just die.
Right.
You know,
And a
so
lot of people
often.
retire early to do what they want to do, like Andrew Luck.
Yeah.
A lot of players retire early to become doctors or whatever they want to do with their lives. They don't just want to play
Yeah.
football forever.
They're just gifted,
you know,
They're
and
just
retiring at 36, or even LeBron right now, he retired. He's still kind of young, you know. He's in his,
Yeah,
he's,
40,
he's about to be
right?
40 or
Gifted. What is he,
whatever.
10 years older than us.
Yeah.
Roger, that makes me feel
In the sports
mad
world,
old.
yeah, that's old, but us normal people out here, so that's pretty
Let
young.
me just get in one NBA game. Let me get a couple minutes.
Yeah,
Like
let me-
tennis.
yeah.
Let me get a couple. Let me show up to US Open or
Something,
track
yeah.
invitational, something just for a little bit. Let me just experience that. We were athletic back in the day, but that time, that's always sad. Like that time's passed. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, no, it sucks.
dang, bro. Here, should video gaming be considered a legitimate sport? And as non-video gamers, like daily, like it's not our livelihood. What do you think? Should it be considered a sport? Should there be
I don't think so, because you have your broad spectrum of video game players. You have everybody knows you got your sweats, your tryhards,
Mhm.
who are on the game all day, every day, and then
Yeah,
you
but
have
can
people
also
like
say that for sports. You can
then there's
also say
people
that
like
for
us who
sports.
who were just on the game just recreational to have fun for an
Yeah.
hour or two or whatever. So I don't think it should be a sport. First of all, number one, you're not sweating.
Mhm.
You're not really moving around. You're sitting. You're stationary. I mean, you could classify it as something else. That's my opinion. Though. What do you
Mm.
think?
I don't know. I think that it's a gray area because you could be sweating from the stress. It is stressful. There's people who have heart attacks and stuff playing video games. It does decrease your health over time. Like
All the bright
back all the
lights.
time
Yeah.
or standing up. It's the anxiety of it, but also it's the same thing as sports. Like only the really rich or the people that have a lot of time to invest themselves into those video games can be good at them.
Tend to be good. Yeah.
Like tennis and like lacrosse and like sports that require a decent amount of money and clubs to be good at,
Right.
from an early age. That same conversation can be given to video games. Like, and so I don't know.
Well, I think it is a major league gaming thing, but I don't know if it's a sport. I don't know.
Yeah. Is Major League Game? We don't know. So is Major League Gaming a sport? You let us know. Like I don't know. And you vote. Maybe I'll make a poll for
Mhm.
this video. I'll make a poll. Should Major League Gaming be considered a sport? Is it actually? And how much do people make doing that? Like I don't. Maybe I'll do some research. We'll come back, revisit this topic in a later video.
How many? What percentage of the world do you think plays video games? Like out of 100%, would you say?
Out of 100, I would say probably like less than 10%.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I was
I would
gonna say
say-
more. Okay.
I would say less than 10% plays like video games the way we think of them, like Xbox, PS5, Switch.
Yeah.
Like people probably play like the old school games or like games on their phone.
Right.
Like
A
that's
lot of-
different.
Yeah.
Yeah, but people like competitively, like game battles. Remember game battles?
Yeah,
MLG
yeah.
game
Yeah,
battles.
at a certain
XX,
time.
Heaven X
Yeah.
Sniper. But yeah, that's that question. You guys comment your thoughts below. Last question for this episode, and then we're gonna stop filming for this season and come back for another season. Where do we draw the line? Where do you draw the line with aggression and heckling, like fan heckling at sporting games or matches or events?
I feel like it's unnecessary. First of all, you don't train to do what they do, so let that person go out there and do what they got to do. That's their career. Isn't heckling and Fan aggression the same? It's the same?
Heckling's just like annoying, like boo. I mean, heckling's like boo. They clap
That's
their
okay.
egos.
That's all right. Yeah, that's part of the game. But like when you're like on the court screaming at that player, like you know,
F you, your family, like
if
Westbrook.
the security
that's
has
too
to
far.
come and point you out and say, hey, you got to get out. That's that's bad. If you're losing your game ticket, if you paid all that money to go to a game and you're leaving because you
Yeah,
spoke
and that's
out.
another people's argument. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I paid all the money to be here. Like, I can treat these players however. No, you paid the money to be there. Doesn't mean you own them.
There's freedom of speech, yes, but you got to have some sort of respect.
Respect.
Towards other people.
Like,
too,
I don't
you
show
know?
up to Geico like booing you. Like, I don't
Yeah.
show up to the school district like in your classroom.
Support your
boo.
teams, but do it
Boo.
respectfully. You know.
Yeah, copy that. I think there's a line. Like, once you start bringing in race,
Yeah.
family, big no.
No profanity. Yo, profanity
Yeah.
is crazy. That's just
Yeah.
extreme disrespectful.
Or like saying that you suck, that's cool. That's normal. You suck, like stuff like that at a game, like boo, and like clapping when they miss.
Yeah.
That's normal. That's like there and back. But when you start getting like digging into their lives and stuff
Yeah.
like that, that's
Personal life or
They're
their
human beings.
kids or whatever. Yeah.
yeah. I can, and there's people out there that can disagree with us with that. Like, I paid my money, I deserve to come disrespect and treat players however.
Yeah.
Like that same
You
thing
do
can be
you.
brought. Yeah, you can do you. I obviously will not be sitting next to you, or
Mhm.
I will move my seat because I ain't being associated with that. I'm not getting a ban on these games. I want my daughter, my family to be able to go to this.
Here to
But-
have a good time, you know.
Facts. So that's it. Comment below your thoughts. This is season 2. We'll be filming again in a couple of weeks. Again, sponsors, reach out to us. We're doing filmmaking, sporting events, anything really relevant to us. If you have an ad, you have a product that you want to recommend to your viewers, our audience who tunes into us. We like to do new videos on Sundays. We're gonna go for initially a weekly schedule, then maybe switch to a bi-weekly or something like that. Again, this is new for both of us, so
If you
yeah.
guys have any ideas or you want us to talk about anything, drop a comment and let us know.
Peace.
Peace.